he spits someone out, they've got a big old shield. BLITZCRANK presses his R button, and you're feeling pretty good about it. Also, recently had a couple of buffs, I believe, on 12-13 or something like that.
Yeah, he got a little bit more damage on his Q and his ultimate, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Or it might be his Q mana cost was decreased, but I know his ult got like 100 more damage, which is pretty significant. Trundle here, very strong at defending against all-ins in the mid-game and in the bottom side of the map. The value he's going to get out of Subjugate into the Sejuani is insanely high. Subjugate against Wukong, also insanely high.
Yeah.
And as T1, what you are attempting to do here is slow somebody down with a Jinx Zap or get a hook, get Jinx...
this one, if they make it relatively unscathed into a later stage, then they're going to be feeling good. Let's get into game number 2 finally. All right, here we are, finally back. All of the runes absolutely sorted out as T1 move over to the blue side. This has been their most successful side so far, as I haven't seen this BLITZCRANK skin in competitive thus far.
It looks like the skin, that old BLITZCRANK skin, where it's not actually attached, the arm just goes out, which I...
Oh,
really
the eye BLITZCRANK?
Yeah.
The one that was like disabled for forever?
Yeah. Tahm Kench, Emperor's Divide, and
yeah.
You push the Swain away while he's ulting, BLITZCRANK hook doesn't land, and the Cyclone runs out, and you're like, okay, well, your move, T1. Ooh. That was close.
Yeah, hook is going to graze the sides of this Tahm Kench. Oh, no foul, though. You may as well throw out a few. You miss every hook you don't throw, okay? That's what you have to remember.
Yeah. It's on a very long cooldown for those who don't play BLITZCRANK, and also uses a lot of mana, so you can't just spam it. And then
the
look
mana
for trades.
thing's the big problem, I think.
Yeah, you can't just spam it and look for trades, because eventually then you will have a big problem. As I love the push-up of this wave, the vision denial, so that this Wukong rotation can come through. Owner is unseen so far.
Sweeper timing, pretty nice, as the hook is going to connect onto the Tahm Kench. Flame Chompers don't actually go off, as Kyle's able to get that flash off in the nick of time. Prince with his Gravitum actually doing a fair bit of work here, as Gumayushi's burning down to the Ignite. So, T1 do get what they want. They take the flash from the Tahm Kench, but not able to actually get first blood off that play.
Yeah. Also, by the way, we have talked about it a lot this season. Swaying into the Azir in the early levels is very painful.
Well, especially when you've got a troll coming from behind the turret, looking to try and lock this one down. All right, can this dive actually work? Is the flash still available here for Crocos? Never Move is going to connect. Faker is on a merry jaunt, as Closer's going to come on in with the Shifting Sands. Yeah, Vision of Empire is only going to see the vision of First Blood going over to Closer.
Yeah, Owner can't do anything. He's not here in time. They know that he was, of course, bottom side and was going back to clear camps and would not have likely been in
his turret.
Closer
be able to close the gap a little.
Closer's going to get a turret plate at this stage. Gravitum is up.
Well, usually taking a fair bit of damage here as well, as Carrier's just getting poked down. Red-white guns here for Prince are so scary, as Faker has demonically ascended. There's the Emperor's Divide. Closer will be able to avoid the huge explosion, and it's just a trade of ultimates in the end.
Yeah, this push here on the bottom side, such a problem, though, for T1. And this is the first early Drake we've seen of the 4 games this patch so far in our region. It's finally, Live Sandbox have so much control of the bottom side. Ults are exchanged in mid. Closer has an insane amount of prio, and Guma's just forced to stay down here and try to farm under turret. They don't know where the Trundle could be lurking about, but I think they definitely are expecting the Drake is being taken right now. But he has to play so passively here because it could just be about to be dove again.
Yeah.
And Live Sandbox will take the first Drake here. It is going to be yet another solo Infernal, so yeah, not fun for Souls. But in terms of individual stats right now on this patch, it is pretty amazing. Good RNG here for Live Sandbox in the early parts with all the control they have. And once again, where's the advantages for T1? Top side, Dove sitting under turret. You'll take that.
If push this wave out, actually, trying to get some semblance of control back in this game as Abyssal Dive comes down. It's a nice little knock up there from Carrier, but Moonlight Vigil comes down here, and Prince is doing so much damage. The hook is going to connect. Tries to throw out the ulti there as well, does Carrier. So no one's going to die. They do get the heal out of Gumayushi.
T1 going to group up here for Herald.
Well, Cask is going to go entirely wide here as Fake is going to turn up. Looks to try and lock down a kill, and I think he should be able to. The Demonic Ascension is going to help out. And the first kill for T1 will go over to Ona.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty huge for them, grabbing control of this Herald now. And Subjugate not really utilized in this fight, not able to get it there in time. Don't want to waste it. Krako's going to catch this wave as you're going to back. So Closer going to, walk away empty-handed here. Isn't going to be able to grab a second plate. Bottom side here, Guma does lose really nothing. Like, he lost a plate, but that's it. Despite Keria hooking and ulting there. Doesn't have to flash. So this is honestly best case scenario, I think, for T1. All things considered, Guma's like, yeah, cool, thanks for the free wave here under turret. I know that Trundle is topside clearing that wave. And T1, with the snap of their fingers, they get a pick. And the fact, I think if Live Sandbox do back away, Faker's lost time, loses a little bit more control of the lane, and then Live Sandbox and then collapse onto Herald. Well, the pick like that puts T1 right back into the game.
Certainly does. Prince is pushing here for this bottom lane, though, as Kroko is rotating down, and Gumayushi does have Keria on the way. Flame Chompers come on in there as well, as now Prince trying to lock down the kill onto the Jinx, as the Devour comes through, and all too easily, Live Sandbox will be able to pick up the kill onto the Jinx. Ona's rotating down. Vision of Empire was there from Faker, but not much more from the Swain can be given as he's got a minion wave to pick up. Live Sandbox, pretty comfy pick underneath the turret.
Yeah, taking out.
He's on Kyle too. Mainly just because I've been on the Kyle hype train recently. I think that he is an absolutely fantastic support at this point in time. And after his season last season, it's just mind-boggling that he has gotten this much better.
Yeah, it's crazy what he's been able to do just as a... I don't want to call him a shot caller per se. As okay, hold on. Closer has flash.
Yep, Never Move does come through here as well. Holds onto it for as long as possible as the Emperor's Divide Shifting Sands is going to get Closer well and truly out of dodge.
This is really important for Closer to not overextend here and give over some kills, because that's the way this T1 comp works, and it just becomes extremely comfortable to play if Faker and the Wukong start to get ahead. Owner already has one kill.
Well, Hook comes through here as Kroko is going to need to subjugate. Does do so, but is going to still be taken down. Owner picks up that kill. Now Closer's trying to get the autos through, but doesn't have enough mana for the Conquering Sands or the Shifting or anything like that. Prince is going to get another plate down here towards the bottom side, though, so that's definitely good news if you're a Sandbox fan. But now Keria going for even more. Zeus finds the Glacial Prison, and this is the kind of follow-up that we've learned to expect from T1, and finally, they'll be able to deliver it. The Azir also falls down as he burns really far up that lane, as Dove up here clearing out a minion wave, not going to be able to answer nearly the amount of advantage T1.
I mean, he will get a plate or two, impactful one. And that's a huge swing of gold, again, going into T1's favor. Now 1,000 gold ahead. Top side here, Zeus getting some plate value, does not have teleport. Looks like they're going to trade that cross map here for Drake. Blue Sandbox feeling very good about this one. We'll see what the soul is. Will be Cloud. So
yes!
Pretty significant, though, for both compositions, actually.
Yeah, I think the Cloud Soul buffs are actually pretty huge, as that's a nice sidestep there from Closer, who I think almost did it accidentally. All right, Gumishi's going to have to flash, but Kroko's making his way in. Moonlight Vigil comes down, and Prince locks up that kill very comfortably. They take the turret as well, as the Cyclone will come in. Now, Ona, can you get any more out of this? As Faker's going to come down. Ona will fall, but can the cleanup actually come through? Prince now trying to fight it out against Keria. Faker against Dove and Kroko together, and he's losing out on the trade. Keria's going to go down. There's the cast to divide the fight here. Try and keep Closer alive, who manages to walk it out. Gives him the thumbs up as well, as Zeus will be taken. My God, what did Closer have for breakfast?
I mean, I just never thought I'd see the day that we'd be watching Live Sandbox out-hands T1. And it's Closer kind of out-handsing Faker here. And in a lot of these fights, Live Sandbox have not the advantage.
Of T1, they let Faker get away, but that means that Zeus is 100% by himself, and that meant that Closer was given his opportunity to escape. Now Kroko's going to get engaged on Emperor's Divide to try and split up the fight, but still, they're able to take down Kroko, and now Live Sandbox, no way to stick around for this one. Surely belongs to T1. Never Move, not going to connect there. As Live Sandbox, I mean, they can win a fight, and then they instantly lose one, and it's happened over and over again this game.
Yeah, T1's comp, when the game state is like this, it still works very well, and it's starting to get easier and easier as Faker starts to get more items. When he gets his Rylai's, that's when he's really going to be online. And this is going to be another charge coming through from this Herald.
Well, Moonlight Vigil comes down. It's a lot of damage. The hook connects onto the Tahm Kench, but he just wants to eat that gray health, and he's going to be pretty happy. Great Devour there from Kyle, who spits out Prince. And the Jinx has already been taken. Look at Dove. He's just in the back line murdering everyone. What is going on? It's so many kills over to Prince. It's a triple.
It's an ace.
And it's an ace for Liv Sandbox. And Closer was top lane.
It was as good of a pick now.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good at engage that I completely understand. As we're straight into another fight. Zeus is going to go down. Prince gets another kill. He's 7-0-3. As Carrier's going to get knocked up, that's another one. Make it 8-0-3. He's legendary.
T1 will losing another series tonight here, I think. Atlas coming back from
right
this
now,
one.
yes, absolutely.
Coming back from this one, I think, is going to be a taller order than coming back from the first one, because this is a 8-kill Aphelios. It is, look at the build here from Closer. He went straight to him, punishing it hard, leading to a massive advantage across the board here. And now T1 have lost so much tempo that the straight up front to back fighting is not a thing. And they're going to have to hope for hooks and Hicks and Jinx getting excited because she's about to be down an item here, i.e. rapidly approaching for Prince.
Yeah, and Prince is just so extraordinarily gigantic. And when he has a Tahm Kench as well, Prince can basically frontline. We've seen it already as Croco's going to face check. Okay, well, can they actually kill him? As he's got Subjugate, there's a Devour there as well. Closer's going to turn up. Zeus is fed to Prince. And now Faker's going to get popped back. Also fed to Prince. Prince is just lapping up the members of T1. 11 kills now as Closer dashes in. That might have been a step too far, but he does have the stopwatch or Azonia's. I'm not entirely sure what it is at this stage.
He's got a flash available too afterwards, doesn't have to use it.
Oh, man.
Shuffles his way out, and I think it is stopwatch he just broke there. Either way, that's a turret.
Yeah.
Stopwatch is broken. He went straight for the Nashor's second, and he's rewarded because he gets to keep his stopwatch until this critical moment. Baron is up.
Be taken.
Zeus, in these last two series, what happened to our frontrunner of MVP? He's been, in this game, just picked repeatedly like he was last time because his team isn't there for him, right? He's trying to frontline. He's trying to set things up here, going to the left here instead of going down. Definitely not the right call, but we're just not seeing the same level from him. We're not seeing T1 look coordinated. Curry is playing BLITZCRANK here, had some picks in the mid lane, but they weren't ever able to win a straight-up team fight. And when it gets to the team fight phase, just like last game, Liv Sandbox are front to backing it every time, starting off with picks on those tanks. Zeus has 4 deaths this game. Yeah. Ever since he played that Prowler's Call Renekton, then played the Zac, last game caught several times on the Sejuani again. Liv Sandbox have him as their primary target. They're bursting him down quickly, and they have the items to back it up.
No, it's amazingly well played by Liv Sandbox. Once again, Dove's having a great game. His cast there in that last fight was absolutely beautiful. I like that he was trying to also clip Gumayusi with it to get him out of the fight and just lock down Faker. Didn't quite work out, but he got the target that he was looking for as Carrier. Oh no, the Glacial Prison goes wide as well. As Liv Sandbox now with that on cooldown, they should just be able to go and take this Baron.
It's just incredible the form here of Liv Sandbox at the end, where it matters so much. This is such a stark contrast for them in previous summer seasons where they fall apart at the end. Closer very alone here.
Yeah, Dove also a little bit out of position as the Baron is going to be taken down. Ona looking for his opportunity. Dove, flash, body slam, gets to safety. What is this? Empress Divide onto 3, and it's a massacre for Liv Sandbox. Prince is so safe over the wall. Immediately, it's a double kill as T1 are getting routed. Gumayusi, the last man standing, and Liv Sandbox may complete the 2-0 right now.
I think they will. Guma getting just chunked down by a Trundle.
Oh my goodness, he's underneath the turret, he does not care. Kyle might also die, but instead, it's just going to be the Jinx falling.
That's an ace.
Sandbox, yeah, they pick up the ace, and they are going to win this game. They're going to win this series 2-0 against T1 and claim sole possession of third place.
A 23.5-minute victory against T1, our second place team here in the LCK. They made it look easy. Not one part of this series was close. Neither game for even a second did T1 have control. In this second